Welcome, everyone, to Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the home of the Pacers, where we will be broadcasting today's action live. And with the road trip approaching, the Pacers will play the final game of their homestand. It's an opportunity for them to play in a heated matchup like this, to play your best basketball. These are the games, guys, that show how well you match up against the other great teams in the league.
Seeing where the Pacers are, they've still managed a lot of positive results this season, but maybe not just as much success as they had in mind.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, if you had asked them before the season where they expected to be in the standings at this point, I'd say it was probably higher than where they are right now.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Thompson in at the 5 down low.
Well, you love what David West brings to the table. Offensively, he can shoot, he can post up, he can muscle you. But he can really help you win without the ball in his hands, too, by setting hard screens and crashing the offensive boards.
Hill dishes to Hibbert. It's back to Hill. It's Hibbert with the drive. Right side, George. Looking to end the run. Waiters grabs the miss.
I tell you what, folks. I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
James, no good. Indiana off to a slow start. 8-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And, coming down the stretch in that game, they didn't have all the guys they would have liked on the floor because of the foul trouble they were in.
And as a result, Steve, they had to back down a little bit so they wouldn't get themselves into even more foul trouble.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Irving kicks to James. There's the triple. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's 9 points for LeBron.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
And a wide open look for Irving. Another 3 for Cleveland.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
Yeah, I don't know, Clark. I think there might be even more defense in warm-ups. I mean, this is kind of embarrassing.
Now, here is Hill. He's coming off a 16-point game against Detroit. George. It's hauled in by LeBron.
Certainly not the dream start they were hoping for, going 1 for 4 early.
And Irving gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. Irving's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Cavs. So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
Bit of a controversial statement last year when LeBron said that there are no longer any real rivalries in the NBA anymore. It seemed off at first, but he might have a point.
They double hit with James. Here's George. Terrific design on the pick foot, and he lays it in. George has got his first basket of the night.
Oh, man, he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
James, the pass to Irving. And another 3 for Cleveland. And the logic LeBron used in making that rivalry statement was that all of these players, Clark, have known each other for so long, coming up through amateur tournaments, AAU and the like.
And not to mention, Kevin, that with how free agency is structured now, there's a lot more player movement going on. Still, I can't get 100% on board with what he said because there are teams that clearly don't like each other.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Hill drives in and stolen by Love. Thompson inside the line, and the rebound goes to the Pacers. Stuckey with it. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
Looking at the Cavaliers over the last 10 and how they compare to the rest of the league, this is what we've got. First in scoring, first in assists. And they're also #1 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals. An aggressive team that ball hawks very effectively.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
C.J. Miles, he's checked in for Rodney Stuckey. LeBron dishes to Irving. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 12 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
And this is a good time to bring you a rundown of the hottest three-point bombers from the shooting guard position over the course of the last 10 games. Dion Waiters, number 1.
Well, 2 guard is where we traditionally find the best shooters in the league, and he's no exception to that rule. Look at the success he's having from three-point range.
Well, Steve, he never stops working out there on the perimeter. He's always in motion, constant motion, fighting to get to the open spot on the floor. And that's one of the key things about great shooters. They work before they take their shots, and he may be the best long-range shooter in the NBA.
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the lane. We'll see how they do.
And thank you, Doris. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Thompson. Boom, he jams it straight down.
It has taken them no time to build this lead up on the strength of a great first quarter offensively.
And they need to continue to put pressure on the defense and try to really run away with this one from here.
Now here's Scola. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And Miles kicks to Scola. And there's the call by the official. They'll count the basket here following the goaltending call.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
Here is Watson. Here's Miles. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
The Cavaliers leading by 19 points. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Fires the 3, and it's Kyrie Irving with the 3. Irving's got 15 points.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, that's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
No one near James as he lets it go. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Clark, they're really struggling guarding that three-point line.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, Steve.
Tipped away. Irving with the steal, and Irving with a clear path to the hoop. The wide open look for Love. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Boy, ends the quarter with a dead-eye 3 as the buzzer sounds.
They had that set up, I think, Steve.
Next. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And for the Cavaliers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
It was a pretty solid first quarter for this club. They limited their mistakes and really took advantage offensively.
You know what? I like what I've seen from them on the other end, forcing a few giveaways. That's excellent pressure and good activity with the hands.
Down low, Weston Hibbert. Hill is out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Miles in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers.
Well, it was only recently that the Cavs fans were worried that they'd lose Kyrie Irving in free agency, much like they'd lost LeBron. Now, not only has LeBron returned, but the Cavs have locked up Irving to a long-term contract.
Stuckey into the lane, outside for Miles. Here's Hibbert, banked in off the glass. Hibbert's got his first bucket of the night.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Here's Love. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. You know, the height difference there is huge, but he canceled it out with great body control in the air.
Exactly, Steve. He got to the hoop and wouldn't allow himself to be manhandled by the big boy. You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, look at the discrepancy in the assist column between these two teams.
Stolen by Waiters. And here we go, Cavaliers running again. And he gets it to go. And that's 19 points for LeBron.
Well, I tell you what, they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy, fast break baskets.
Going on a nice run here, and defensively, you got to force them to operate in the half court. This won't get it done.
Good on the shot. The Cavaliers have gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Well, he took that defender head on and threw down the two-hander power jam.
Straight power there, guys.
Well, you got to love his determination.
Remains Indiana ball. 19 seconds on the shot clock. 19.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
That's 2 turnovers in the last 3 minutes. Those are starting to add up, guys.
Irving passes to LeBron. He dishes it to Thompson. And that one's good.
Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Here's West. Feeds to Miles. Over Love. Here's Hibbert. Tries yet again. No good from West.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
They're playing with a purpose, guys. The big lead becoming bigger. I like the look in their eyes.
And it's on both ends that they've been controlling the action.
Hill kicks to Stuckey. Hill with it. Guarded now by Irving. And stolen by Love. West against Irving. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
You know, passing the ball well on the perimeter has really opened things up offensively for this club.
Steve, it makes the game easy. I mean, 10 straight points off assist. That's impressive, but it's easy when you move the ball.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Mahaney's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. Paul George is checked in for C.J. Miles. And it's Watson in for Rodney Stuckey. LeBron outside. The tray. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
Watson kicks to Scola, and stolen by Love. The Cavaliers, another fast break opportunity here. And James throws it down.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Here's Thompson. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Thompson's got 11.
When you keep turning it over like they have, you give your opponent the chance to get out and run on you.
Boy, and it's come back to bite them so often here today.
The shot by George, wide open to stop the run. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
He's got a nice touch on that shot normally, but good defense there clogging the lane.
Here's Waiters. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, it's kind of been the story here today, hasn't it, Clark?
1:14 left to play here in the half. Poked loose, and that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Well, there have been a few small forwards helping their teams in all sorts of ways lately. Like this group leading the position and rebounding the last 10 games. Second is Paul George.
You know, the work they do on the boards is such a big part of all these players' games. They play much bigger than the grand majority of small forwards in this league.
And I think it's an area that they all take pride in, Steve. They know they can score. That's expected of their position, but where you separate yourself is going after rebounds. And these guys are really determined to excel in that part of the game.
Here is Watson, still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. And it's Hill penetrating. Scola. Good, the assist goes to Hill.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
That's a weapon they've been allowed to use at will today, Steve.
I'll say the defense has been ineffective trying to run shooters off that three-point line.
Now the pass to LeBron, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Just putting on a passing display out there.
Well, just add another fantastic assist to the highlight reel for this guy.
34 seconds left in the first half of the game. George dishes to Scola. And there's the feed to Watson. Pass to Mahinmi. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot two.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the officials.
Indiana shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
And he makes the first. And he makes the first, but misses the second. Now here's LeBron. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game.
And after that last game, Clark, I'm not surprised to see him so hot. He's got it rolling right now.
Here is Watson. He's covered by Irving. The Pacers shooting their fifth and sixth free throws of the game. And the first one drops. The Pacers making a switch here. That one is no good. Here is Love. 23 points his last outing. James outside. Got it to go with no time left on the clock.
You talk about stepping up at a big moment. That is some fortitude, folks.
I should say.
The awareness, the release, everything was just perfect.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Cavaliers on top, running away with it. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
Seemed like he made everything he got. I mean, anytime he had an open look, he took advantage of the opportunity there in that first half.
And Steve, they were all good looks. I mean, it's...
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I'm with you, Clark. That's a crowd pleaser if I've ever seen one.
He has really punished these defenders today. No matter who's been on him, he's been giving them medicine. Boy, some would like to give Kyrie Irving the injury-prone label. I'm not sure if that's fair. Although in his first 3 seasons, he has yet to stay healthy start to finish.
And Indiana shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Hill passes to George. Off target from outside.
That's a bold move, trying to respond to that three, but he couldn't convert.
Good. 24 points for Kyrie Irving. And for Kyrie, you know, he can play all 82, Steve, and put this all to rest, but when he goes to the IR as much as he has, it's a fair question to pose.
Well, that's what he's got to do, Kevin. He's got to put together a season or two where he plays, 75, 80, 82 games. Nothing else will put that label to rest, and it's just a matter of being able to do it. Some of it is luck, and some of it is maybe developing a more sound routine to help his body get through the year.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, David West is one of the most consistent guys in the entire NBA. Not only with his production, but with his demeanor on a team. As Coach Frank Vogel said, West has poise and composure. He's our rock. There's no other way to put it. He's a leader for them, Kevin, on and off the court.
A steady vet. Thank you, Doris.
Yeah, one of the savviest players you'll see, no doubt.
Love outside. Here's the three. Another three for Cleveland.
I'm waiting for the fire alarm to go off the way they've come out blazing in the second half. That's 5 straight makes.
Hill drives in. Thompson with the rebound.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job. He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
The Pacers have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Irving. And here they go. And the dunk by James.
Boy, you can feel the confidence growing right now for this club at the offensive end.
Really an ideal time to have one of these runs after halftime, but before crunch time. They're setting themselves up for a great fourth quarter.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? That was a power punch right there.
Oh, great. That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Man.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 12 points in the game.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Well, last season the fans in Indiana finally came back in bunches to support their hometown Pacers. They're in the top 10 in attendance, up from 25th in 2013.
Hill kicks it to West. Stuckey dishes to Hibbert. Shoots from 14. Thompson with the block.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question, and that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. He has really put his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahimi's checked in for Hibbert. Scola comes in for West. C.J. Miles, he's checked in for George. And it's Watson in for Hill. Stuckey passes to Watson. Indiana moving the ball around. Knocks it loose. Just 5 on the clock. And pushing it up is Cleveland again in transition. LeBron, good. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And they're also really getting out in transition and scoring some hoops in the fast break tonight. And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed. Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Now here's Waiters. He's guarded closely. Puts up a 3. And James gets it to go on the assist by Irving. LeBron's got 50 points. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
50 seconds left in the third quarter. James wide open. Another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
The Pacers have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here is Watson, covered by Irving. And again, it's Rodney Stuckey. Stuckey's got his third basket of the night. James, right side. Goes up the baseline. That's good.
This guy's putting on a clinic out there. Everything is sound and sharp and crisp. He's really the centerpiece of their offense.
So for Cleveland, their last game, a win against the Clippers.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes, Clark.
And you know exactly what that means. I mean, causing a lot of mistakes means cashing in on those turnovers.
And the shot is good from Stuckey. Now, here's Thompson. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
The 3 quarters of play.
Thursday.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Well, this is what you talk about when you have the offensive play coming together based on tremendous passing. It's the rhythm and flow that occurs that makes this a beautiful game.
Allen is out there with Solomon Hill. Then there's C.J. Miles. Then it's Watson, and it's Mahinmi in at the 7. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Waiters gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 16 points for Dion Waiters.
Well, as long as the threes keep dropping for him, he'll continue firing away.
And they are dropping for him. What a game he's having from deep.
The Pacers making a switch here. Copeland's checked in.
18 seconds on the shot clock.
Knocked loose.
Substitution for the Pacers. Chris Copeland.
And here's Watson. Copeland can't hit.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities, and that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
And now the fast break. Irving with the ball and finished off by LeBron.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
Watson kicks to Copeland. Hill drives in. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
The big story from last year was that the NBA finally was able to come to an agreement with the Silna brothers. They were owners from the ABA who had a huge stake in the media rights of the NBA.
Well, the Silna brothers out of St. Louis, they own the St. Louis franchise, and when the ABA and NBA merged, they cut a deal to get about 2% of the NBA's TV revenue with no end in sight.
And Kevin, one of the greatest deals in the history of deal making across all industries is that deal the Silna brothers were able to cut, but it has finally been negotiated away. And with the way the NBA has become a global phenomenon with televisions across the globe, that was the best deal, as I just said, ever made. I'm happy they were able to put a cap on that deal for the owners that are now in the NBA.
And I'd like to make the announcement now. We're changing our names. That's Clark Silna. I'm Kevin Silna. Goodbye, everybody. Fires for 3, and Waiters with the bucket on the assist by LeBron. LeBron's got his 6th assist on the night. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And Indiana shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Watson dishes to Hill. Leaves it up and in off the pretty assist.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball, just having their way down low.
Thompson with the bucket.
That's 3 in a row, guys. 3 three-pointers consecutively. These guys are just raining in shots.
Yeah, the defenders can't be as soft as they've been on the perimeter there.
Out of bounds. Pacers ball as Indiana keeps possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock. 17.
Watson with it. He's picked up by Irving. Copeland. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
That's 12 straight points coming off three-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. No luck. So Indiana will take it the other way. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Yeah, nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
Waiters, good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's now 22 points for Dion Waiters.
Back-to-back threes for him. the defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point. You know, there are around 150 current NBA players with D-League experience. The developmental league, which started back in 2001 with 8 teams, now has 18. The structure has changed a little bit over the years, but I think you have to say that the D-League has become a big success for the NBA.
The Pacers making a switch here. Mahimi's checked in.
And, you know, this season, the Knicks, the Pistons, and the Magic acquiring single affiliation with D-League teams, and that seems to be a trend. The Knicks and Pistons moving them close to White Plains, New York, and Grand Rapids, Michigan, respectively, looking to develop players within their system and get them back and forth quickly from their D-League assignments. Makes sense and looks to be moving towards more of the Major League Baseball model.
To the middle. Allen's shot is off. So it's the Cavaliers now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Thompson from long range. And another 3 for Cleveland. And of the 18 D-League teams, 15 are in single affiliation, Steve, with one NBA team. About half of those owned outright by their parent ball club.
Well, it's moving in that direction, Kevin, a place to develop talent and test out new methods. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see every NBA team with their own D-League affiliate before long. I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Cavaliers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And for the year now, they'll have 52 wins under their belt.
And by making sharp in-game adjustments, they've really taken control of this season series, guys. This win tonight will move their record to 2-0. With 2 left to play against the Pacers.
You look at the stats and you'll see just how dominant a game this was for LeBron James. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket just seems to be incredibly wide.
Here comes Irving. For 3. And Tion Waiters, the bucket on the assist by Irving.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Irving with the steal. And Irving with a clear path to the hoop. Love with a wide-open look. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, you relish these sorts of road games where you come in and you get the job done.
In a long schedule with the kinds of pressure of travel and tough opponents throughout the season, it's always good when you play a game like they have here.
Lets it go from deep. Nails it.
And tack on a few more points to the lead. Why not? I suppose this is an emphatic showing for this club.
And Steve, they